Looks like I'm here. Good morning. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm trying something new, and hopefully this will be lovely for everyone to see. I'm cleaning up my kitchen, and I thought this would be a great time to stream since I have so many things to do today. I'll just stream while I'm putting stuff away, having a great day. Who knows if any of this stuff is actually working right? You know what would make a lot of sense is if I was to look at what the settings are for audio and stuff, right? Um, well, I don't know how that works anyway. Who knows if anybody's going to watch this? Hopefully, it's not sucking too bad. I should probably have some sort of a helmet that holds this to my face so that people don't have to see how weird I am. But here I am. I've been recovering. I've been recovering from medical situation that is totally nondescript. We have no idea what's going on with me, and I don't know if we're going to find out anytime soon. The place that handles my urology, and urology is kind of a big field. It they're backed up by 1,200 referrals as of yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to get to me. I've managed to develop another kidney stone, which I already knew about, and they decided we were just going to let that sit and see if it turned into a problem or not. And so far, it hasn't been a major one. But in the last week, I've started to feel pretty terrible, and that has been a bit of a disaster for me because feeling terrible and trying to live your life and drive a truck and do a lot of physical work doesn't go very well. I am lucky that at this time of year, the work I do is pretty slow. The work isn't missing me. I was missing a couple of days of work here and there due to lack of work. I don't think there'll be a full layoff or anything. I think it's just a short-term situation. It's pretty much like this every year. We have this and we go through it. And I just thought I'd stream on this app I have here and see if I can get the kitchen tidied up, because my wife has hired somebody to come and clean the house every once in a while. I think it's every 2 weeks. And it was going to be a different day this week, but it didn't end up happening. And then their car broke down yesterday or something. Anyway, so here I am. I did clean up yesterday, and then we got to have the place clean so they can clean it. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. We're very lucky that we can afford a little bit of money to have someone in and do a good cleanup for us, because usually Michelle and I are so busy working that we just don't have time to do everything. And so I'm here just getting the sink cleared out with dishes. I'll wash anything that's too big to fit in the dishwasher, run the dishwasher, and so it's not going to be too big of a deal. I've been getting some laundry done, and all the usual stuff people do in their home. And I'm sorry, it's probably pretty loud, but I don't even know if this is working, to tell you the truth. I haven't got a clue if this is working. I got this sort of weird Streamlabs app with my new microphone. It sort of came as a download, and I thought, well, why not try it? And unfortunately, when I borrow my son's computer, um, it won't let me use it because somehow when I set up the Microsoft account for him, I set myself up as the parent, but somehow Microsoft is convinced that I, as his parent, am also a minor and can't do anything for him. And it doesn't tell me that when I sign in to approve things to do on his computer because it just assumes I'm him. And I don't know how to fix it. And Microsoft, the help articles for it aren't helpful. I've done everything they've said as far as I can tell. It's not working. So, this is fun. Microsoft, I think, has made the most infuriating system for, parental validation and verification. Hey, asshole. No, I'm just doing dishes. I can see now that someone has shown up. And, yeah, there is a feed here technically in the computer sense. Like I'm streaming content. But yeah, this is really not good. This may be the worst content I've ever done. But people have cooking shows, right? Why not have cleaning shows? Right? You can't just show people how you cook food, right? You gotta show them how to clean after you've made food. And my wife made us Mrs. Trucker made a great meal for us last night. She actually made it a couple of days ago, and we warmed it up and had it at the end of a day. I had some appointments yesterday, and I had a day off of work, but I had other stuff I was doing, and today there'll be more of that. Anyway, this sort of mobile app is interesting to try out, and hopefully people can hear me. Hey, there's Reggie. Xbox when he's. Oh, that's good, Reggie. Maybe Reggie will send me some great stuff. Yeah, this is my cleaning show. And oh, I noticed you can still see the weird skin thing I have going on. It's showing up better on my phone. Maybe it shows up all the time, but I have this weird thing going on here. I've checked it with dermatologists. It's not cancer. So that's awesome. But I don't think I've ever seen it show up this well. So maybe the camera on my iPhone is better than the camera on my kid's computer. That's probably true. I'm gonna just assume that is the case. All right. Will this fit in here? Yep. That will work. All right. Okay. So yeah, Al Trucker is cleaning the kitchen, and so the first thing you do is just stuff everything in the dishwasher, and you get one of these tablets here. I do not use the ones that are wrapped in plastic because we're on a well and septic here, and I don't want to add more plastics to the world. So this is probably made of plastic too, but I'm throwing this in the garbage. So better in the landfill than in my septic system. So yeah, so this is how Al Trucker cleans the kitchen. The kitchen is a bit of a disaster for a number of reasons, but I gotta open my cooler so it dries out. I washed it. This is my crazy house. We still have Christmas decorations up. That's my cooler. I gotta sweep this floor. My cooler is how I travel with my lunch every day. And sometimes I put in 3 or 4 days worth of food, take it on the road, and just buy some ice a couple of times. That's I might do if people are interested in that, I might do how a trucker travels on the road stream one time. I have streamed from my truck before, but that might or might not be fun. I know other trucking content producers do stuff like that. They show like how they set stuff up. I'm kind of messy, so I'm not sure that's I don't think I'm the kind of person people want to follow for that kind of tip. Well, there's PC. What am I doing? I'm cleaning up my kitchen. I'm trying to get organized so that the cleaning crew can come. They haven't been here in a couple of weeks, and Mrs. Trucker said, since you're home from work, you've got to look after a few things. And I said, okay, I will do that. So I've got laundrying. I've got myself clean enough to head out in a few minutes. I got to return. We bought a Christmas gift for my son for $120, and then my wife found almost the identical gift for $50. And so I now have to return it, and they want us to mail it. It's a giant box, and it's only going to like a city about 25 minutes from here. So I'm just gonna take it out there. I'm just gonna deliver it myself. I'm gonna pretend that I'm a truck driver who trucks stuff around to places and drop it off, and I'm hoping they'll just let me do that. And I also have one of these sleep machines, and it's not functioning exactly the way I want it to, so I'm gonna get that looked at as well. So I got some great things to do. I got a sleep study, and then when I went to go set everything up, I'm just one of those people that looks it up online and figures out how to do this clinical stuff myself, so that I can look after everything. This is probably a great view, eh? All right, got that done. Yeah, so this is kind of a weird way of streaming. I like that the chat comes up on the screen. I'm assuming it doesn't cover my face in reality, but maybe it does. But yeah, we got some heavy living going on around this house, and it seems to cause a lot of messes. My son wasn't feeling great yesterday. He threw up a couple of times, but he said he was better, so he went to school today. And it kind of worked out that I was off, because he hung out with me. And yeah, so that part was really good. And hopefully people are enjoying this. It's hard to hear me, says Andrew. Okay. I wonder. Count settings, scenes, alerts, streaming, audio channels, output channel. Okay. Output resolution. See, I'm like audio bitrate. I don't know if this is gonna help. Probably not. Chat settings. 100%. Okay. I don't know. Advanced settings. I don't know. Okay. So, alright, can people hear me better when I hold it like this and talk straight at it? Or is it attached to this, I wonder? No, that doesn't work. Okay. It's better when I hold it like this, says Andrew. Okay, thank you. Alright, well, I'll try to be a little bit better at talking straight into this. And I'm assuming PC is talking about my poor little mini trucker who had to stay home yesterday. Yeah, he was not having a good time. Kind of woke up early and didn't say he was feeling unwell. He just woke up at a weird time for him. And time when I'm usually up and at him, so I got up with him, and I was sitting there with him for nearly an hour, and then all of a sudden he's like, I think I don't feel good. So that kind of happened. That kind of just came together like that. So, which is a good thing. Not that he was sick, but just that I was able to stay with him. Because otherwise, we end up having to ask someone to come and stay with him, or drop him off at somebody's house. And when I'm working, it's rough too, because I'm usually gone. So something like this, Michelle would have been struggling with right then. So, hey, Tiny Captain's here. I think Tiny Captain's been showing off the boat he's checking out. Ship, I believe, might be the correct term. It's a tugboat, I think. It's a specialty tugboat. So for those that are in Discord, I'm sure everybody is. He's got some pretty cool stuff there. The images are neat. I just don't remember if that's. I think that's on the captain's Discord, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks really cool. So if you don't follow the Tiny Captain on Discord, get on over there and see what's happening. Because yeah, he's got it going on over there with a big boat in Vietnam, I think. I don't know if he said what city or what port he's in, but take a picture of the vessel itself. Okay, very good. We're looking forward to seeing it. I am anyway. Maybe nobody else is, but I'm a fan of great big vessels. Pretty much any kind of cool human engineered machine. I'm a fan of. Not all of them. I mean, there's some that I'm not a huge fan of, but that's generally just my personal subjective opinion about certain trucks. Second car on the way to school. Oh, Aunt Jura's talking about getting dropped off at Grandma's house on the way to school when you get sick. Yeah, car sickness is rough. Hai Fong. I may not be pronouncing that correctly, but Hai Fong or Hai Fong. That's cool. That is cool. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this kitchen in the kind of shape that it needs to be in to make it easy to clean. Okay, here we go. Relatively small, very large engine. Yeah, I would think so there, Tiny Captain. Yeah, Harbor Tug would be like a small vessel with a lot of torque and probably some really large propellers, I would think. And the pitch is probably different than it is in other boats because you're trying to get really big boats into place, I think, is what tugs do. But I'm no expert. The Tiny Captain will hopefully, maybe Tiny Captain I can set up a stream and he can explain the ins and outs of ship captaining. And I actually have a friend from school that went into ship captaining and trained for that after working in that business for a while. I don't think it was his direct intention right out of school, but he kind of gravitated towards it. And he works in Toronto. But I think he became like a manager after a while and doesn't do ship moving. But it's neat to go down to a marina and see all the great water-going vessels that there are. Yeah, Tiny Captain's clarifying that, right? Yeah, no, it totally makes sense, right? These things are moving. They're moving very large masses at slow speeds and getting them in place for. I guess that would be called docking, maybe. I'm not sure if they have special terminology, but in my in my business, I've had a lot of work carrying drills and pile drivers down to marine environments. So I see big ships, but I don't work with them directly because the people that do drilling and piling work often will do shore supporting, or they'll do actual building out of docks and whatnot. There is one job site I've been to a number of times that is a ferry dock for probably a pretty small ferry, like a car or vehicle ferry. And it's neat. Over the time that I've been going down there, it's gotten bigger and bigger as they've made a larger and larger sort of wharf out into the lake. Oh, Aunt Jer thinks that docking is funny, and she's probably right. It does have a double meaning. It also is, and I'm sure Aunt Jer most definitely is using that double meaning to refer to when a space vessel arrives at like a space station. How goes like those pit bulls do the heavy pulling for sport? Yes, massive muscles and determination. Yeah, I think tugboat. I think our tiny captain could tell us whether that's an accurate description. But I also think of it like the prime movers or the tractors we have in heavy trucking. A lot of times my tractor is much smaller than the cargo I move, and but it can still get it going and move it all over the place, even up very steep inclines and the like. So I have found something on the floor, and I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a spaceman. I believe one of the mini truckers made this, probably my son. So, it's on the fridge now. He also made this Captain Underpants comic. That was kind of cool. For a long time, he would draw comics from scratch with his own characters too. He hasn't done as much recently, but I'm not expecting him to do the same thing all the time. So anyway, this is Al Trucker at home doing domestic chores and whatnot. So I'm sure people really enjoy this type of content because there's nothing, as my wife Mrs. Trucker says, there's nothing sexier than a man cleaning the kitchen. And so I hope all the ladies can keep themselves in check here, because I understand it's it's a pretty enticing thing. Yeah, so yeah, Tiny Captain, you actually circumnavigate the globe, maybe probably not all at once, just for the sake of going all the way around. But by the time you fly somewhere and move something, that must be pretty neat. And I think Tiny Captain was in my country for a short time, right around Christmas. Hey Bree, how are you? Good to see you. Because I'm doing a stream, and that guy just wants to chit chat. He's one of my former colleagues and still friend, who he got injured on the job, so he leaves work early every day and then gives me a call. Hopefully he's feeling better soon. I'll check in with him later. Good morning. Good morning, Bree. It's nice to see you joining in here. So, yeah, I have no idea how how this program really works. But I'm trying something new. It's called Stream. It's not StreamYard. Cook, clean the kitchen, clean the living room, and the John. Yes, yes. I believe they call that the head. Do they not, Tiny Captain? Um, I haven't even shaved my head today, but I'm gonna work on that. So I guess the question is, I wish I had a way to do a vote here. Do I take this show on the road for a drive, or do I just wrap it up here in the next 5 minutes while I figure out where to go next? Oh, I don't know. Who wants to see me talk and drive at the same time? And who wants to see me just shut this down because you're tired of hearing me? Put a 7 in the chat if you want me to keep going, and put a 10 in the chat if you want me to stop. Or is it an 86? An 86, put in, yes, a 7 if you want me to keep going, and 86 if you want this to stop. I'll have to get some input here. And I'm not worried, Tiny Captain, about doing these chores. I think these chores are good. They're things that help the household run efficiently, and getting some of it done during the week, and not only doing it during. But 7 means, yeah. Somebody just go, yeah. So Bree, it would be wrong if we let her arrive and not keep on entertaining. Yes, I can do it safely. You're doing your chores too, Aunt Jer. Yes, and I didn't know Aunt Jer that well, so I went and listened to their show with Neil the 604 Atheist, and Aunt Jer is an interesting person and has led an interesting life and has some interesting things about them. So if people don't know Aunt Jer already, they should check that out. And Aunt Jer, who I'm sure does not want to be associated with this, was an excellent editor for. Editor is the wrong word, but she helped me with my most recent song that's on the interweb, which was a bad one. But I do recommend for people that are masochistic, is that the right word? Who want to hurt themselves, to come and listen to me sing in air quotes, and you can hear things that sound worse than me grunting while I bend over to operate the laundry equipment. Mrs. Trucker thinks we should get pedestals for the laundry, and I don't disagree. I found them for about $300 or $400, and I don't have $300 or $400 right now. In fact, I'm losing money working only part-time for my old partner, so that's gonna be normal. I don't think I'll push that button yet. I don't think it'll help the stream. So I'll just get this done here. Like one more item in here. Mrs. Trucker will definitely want to have some trousers and underwear to wear to work. So if I watch one more thing, that'll work out well. All right, here we go. Start that one. I don't know if I saw Aunt Jer's 12 Days of Christmas. I will have to check that out. I will not be in danger by driving and streaming, for the simple fact that I will not let the fact that I'm talking with or to anyone get in the way of my safe operation of a vehicle. I would do it hands-free, and I will, even at the expense of the great quality content that everyone is used to, I will put vehicular safety front and center. It will take precedence at all times. That's an Al Charker promise. And yeah, 33. 33. 33 is a magic number for people, right? I can't remember why. I cannot remember why that's a magic number. Okay, it is 11 o'clock. Here, it's 11 o'clock. Alright, so I'll take everyone outside. We're having a lovely time out here. This is a little, I don't know if that's a weird sort of foible of the program, but PC said the same thing like 6 times. That's interesting. I gotta check that out. So yeah, another thing we do a lot in Canada here is, and this is a lot of fun. We have this is my truck. What we do is we sweep snow off of our vehicles like this. It's a lot of fun. Like this, see, you just take the snow off. This is my miniature truck here. This is how I just move myself around. See, a lot of fun. There's not too much snow. It's just like a fake amount of snow. It's like not real snow, let's say. It's kind of like pretend snow, just enough to make everybody have like a slightly bad time, you know, something like that. All right, so next thing we got to do, made them years ago. Just remember, there's 12. Okay, so this is from years ago. It's not like something that came up and I missed it. Okay, now all I gotta do is grab this giant box here and take it to the place that it goes. Alright. I think Ripley's looking good on my shirt here. There we go. Alright, since we're doing great chores here, we'll walk. Oh. Right. Shoveling snow. I didn't have to clear off the deck of a trailer today, so might as well get some shoveling in. That must be a super good noise on the phone, right? Well, my audio wasn't good. Maybe it doesn't pick it up. People in Canada, yeah, I'm running Instagram. The cat. Oh, I didn't know your cat had an Instagram page. That's awesome. All right, let's see what happens here. Go. Here we go. Let's see how this all works out. I'm looking forward to seeing if this works. Okay. All right. There's one package. And did I stop it? Whoa. No, I don't want to stop this. Okay. 75. All right, I know where I gotta go. Oh, sad stories of other cats. That does not sound like fun. That does not sound like a good time. All right. Now, this will be the moment of truth here when I fire up this truck here and plug this in and see. I'll need some input about whether I have audio and